It is the day after Christmas. Today is Friday, and we have a few more days left in the year. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas with their family, and welcome to the show. I am Rochelle Emerson, your humble, lovable little fuzzball. Today we're covering a whole bunch of just crazy stuff. Just crazy stuff. Like, nothing really in particular. I mean, there's a lot to go over in the news and things that's happening. What do y'all think about Trump going to garnish people's wages to pay their student loans back? There's people literally upset that they have to pay this back. That they went and spent all this money on some dumbass degree that now they can't get a job, and wow, lo and behold, they have to pay it back. So their wages are gonna get garnished. I guess they better get two jobs. I don't know. Well, what do you think about that? There's all kinds of stuff. Trump on Christmas Day sends bombs into Nigeria for them killing Christians. He told them to stop it, and they didn't. What do you think about that? But we're going to go over a bunch of crazy today. I think the video is just going to be called Crazy Friday. I mean, I did find funny things, but not a whole lot of funny things. But it's Crazy Friday. It's just going to be Crazy Friday. But a whole lot of crazy things. A whole lot of crazy things. And let's get started. Because we got a lot of crazy to cover. Let's see here. Look. Did you know? Did you know that the government was keeping track of what people get stuck up their butts? And these were the worst items last year. So we have a list. We have a compiled list. So apparently the government is keeping track of this, which is insane, right? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? And this was posted today. This is not a trend we can get behind. Big bottom. Any Spinal Tap fans out there? How can I leave this behind? Wow. Whether it's due to pure curiosity or misguided ChatGPT advice. Can you believe it? Miss ChatGPT advice? What? Would ChatGPT literally tell you to shove something up the derriere? I don't know. But I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Or, the S stuff. A shocking number of people end up in the ER every year after putting something up that derriere. And there's hair, but very much shouldn't be there. Does anybody care? This is getting cornier and crazier. But their secret shame actually isn't so secret after all. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commissioner actually keeps a database of ER visits and what's bringing people in. Meaning, the government has an extensive list of every time a patient has said, "Really, doc?" I just fell on it. Wow. I really just fell on it. Of course, the database is entirely anonymous, so the unfortunate soul who lost a corncob holder inside their derriere can rest easy that no one knows it was them. Could you imagine? I can't imagine. But Defecator has gone through the most recent data for 2024 to pick out the most shocking, confusing, and squirm-worthy items that were reported to be stuck inside America's anuses. Ain't that creepy? And it ain't pretty. Nope, it ain't. It ain't pretty. In addition to numerous you-know-what toys, including a 24-inch long you-know-what, the highlights include, good God, nails. Who was the serial killer? What was his name? And I think he was from Russia. and he stuck needles in the derriere. Actually, it wasn't needles in his derriere. He stuck them in his, I believe, in his scrotum area. He was a serial killer in Russia. And now I'm not going to go research his name. I can't think. I should know it. It'll probably come to me later. Always. Screws and nails. Baseball. Reason given. To see what it felt like. What? What? A baseball? Good Lord. Uncooked pasta? An egg? Was it boiled? A dog chew toy. I wonder if it was new or the dog had already chewed on it. A dryer sheet? Ah, my ass stinks. I better shove something up there to make it smell better. A sandal? A doorknob? Marbles? Eyeglasses? A rock? We had a dog. He ended up being a really good dog in his elder years. But when he was young, he ate rocks. We had to take him in because he ate something and they took a screenshot, they took an x-ray and he had been eating rocks. The dog ate rocks. What? Beard clippers wrapped in plastic. Reason given was feeling constipated for 2 days. Yeah, that'll do the trick, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of those old timey solutions. You've been constipated. Well, just wrap some beard trimmers. Did they even have plastic back in the day? Nope, they didn't. Turkey baster? Good Lord. Plastic cleansing bottle with full of liquid. Good Lord. Shampoo bottle, reason given, slipped in the shower and it just went right up in there. It just went right up in there. Lubricant bottle. Okay. So did they use it before they used it? Oh man. An Emina bottle? Really? Wow. Well, they literally took that Emma bottle literally. Literally. Aerosol can. Dental pick? Wine stopper? Corn cob holder? A highlighter? We need to highlight the situation. Invisible marker? Wow. It was visible when they went to the doctor. 2 pencils? Magic wand toy? Good God. Oh my gosh. 7-inch you know what? And pillars used to try to remove it. So they got the pliers. I said pillars. The pliers. The pliers got sucked up in there. Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, if you I hope you don't, but if it pops into your head to do something like this, good God, apparently people do, obviously. The government's keeping track of it. There's a suction involved. It sucks it right up in there. So, yeah. Broken piece of butt plug and tweezers used to try to remove the plug. Wow. Film canister? Film canister? A film canister. This must be old time. Remember the little plastic ones with they had the gray lid and they were black? Battery powered light, flashlight, plastic coat hanger with outside of hanger cut off so he could drive, so he had to sit down. Good Lord. A penny? What? Light bulb, glass side first. Jesus. The bulb got stuck up due to suction effect. My God. A glass light bulb is really thin. A vape pen? Corncob style pipe? Oh my god. Rubber gasket? Piece of nose hair trimmer? Rectangular travel toothbrush? A baton? Hair tie? Oh my god. Look at this. This is Iranian man once went into the ER and needed emergency surgery because of the deodorant that he put up his butt. Deodorant. I don't know, man. I'm thinking low IQ. He's from Iranian, but who are all these other nationalities that are here in America doing this at the ERs? Are we on some more low IQ people doing dumb things? Oh my gosh. These examples of people weren't sure if they still had a blank toy inside their butts from earlier or couldn't remember putting it in there. What? I don't remember if I did it or not, but I'm kind of feeling like it's there. What the hell? It's no surprise then that Chicago emergency room Dr. Kunji Osu said that one of the most common questions he gets asked is, what's the weirdest thing you've ever pulled out of someone's derriere? What is it? What is it? In a viral TikTok post in September, he said that at the top of his list was the man who inserted a full-size pumpkin spice scented Yankee candle. Those are expensive too. I'm talking about the desktop jar, and not just the top, but the whole damn thing. Aren't those things like this big? The question now becomes how to get it out. And really, for things that are really big, you can't just reach up there and grab them and pull them out because the suction causes a vacuum to pull it back in. In 2023, the Visual Journal of Emergency Surgery published a case study about an Iranian man who needed emergency surgery after the deodorant canister he inserted in his backside traveled up his digestive tract. Then there's another lovely, good God. Okay, I have a clip of this Florida man we are going to look at. I guess we can look at that right now. And this just happened recently, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
There's things you can't make up. So we arrested Walter Frymere. He's 51. We got a call that he was naked inside of a restroom at a public park. So we asked, is he naked or buck naked? You know, you can be naked and still have your socks on. But if you're buck naked, you're totally naked. Well, anyway, our deputy gets there. The dude's got all of his clothes on. So we're nice. And we send him out of the park and trespass him and tell him we're not going to arrest you, even though people saw you here without any clothes on. We're going to give you a break. So what does he do? He goes across the street and hops up on what? The railroad train track and trespasses again, just as soon as we gave him the break. So the deputy arrests him. We find out he's already got 25 prior arrests and been to state prison 5 times. So not only is he trespassed, we've got him in possession of meth. Well, I've talked about meth doing crazy stuff to you, right?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna believe this. So we put everybody through a body scanner to make sure that they're not trying to bring guns and knives and drugs into the jail. Well, you might have thought Walter was bringing drugs into the jail. He brought a thermos into the jail. That's right. He put it up the exit ramp. You know what I mean? A thermos about this size. No, it wasn't this one. We saw that and we said, dude,
Bro.
what are you doing here? He said, well, I put that inside my body and he didn't swallow it 24 hours earlier. The deputy saved his life. Oh, and that was after Walter threatened to kill the deputy for arresting him. We had to take him to the hospital. They had to find a specialist. It was quite the ordeal, but he's thermaless in the county jail today. I told you you weren't going to believe it. Never seen it before. Have another drink of coffee.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe that? We just love Grundy, don't we? He is the best sheriff. I wish we had a sheriff like him all over the United States. And here's another close-up. One Florida man stuck a thermos up his derriere. It was seen on a body scanner when he was arrested. Well, guys, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. And in Florida this year, a man who was arrested for drugs walked through a body scanner and was found to have a thermos inside him. Police said he had gone in up the exit ramp. Wow. Fortunately, ER visits for these kinds of mishaps are not very common, though some would argue they're still too common. From 2012 to 2021, about 38,948 people were hospitalized with foreign objects in their rectum each year, according to the American Journal of Emergency Medicine. Wow. That's too many. That is too many. The average patient age was 43, and 78% were male. 40% needed to be admitted. And everything doctors pulled out, 55.4% were, you know what, toys. And unfortunately, it's not just tushes getting mistreated. Defector also put together lists of the craziest things people put in their and their the woo-woo and the Good God. Good Lord. What is happening? I told you it's crazy today. It's crazy stuff today. Crazy on crazy. Massachusetts drops controversial gender ideology mandate for licensing foster care parents. Now, isn't this special? Isn't this special? And what is crazy about this, you ask? Rochelle, what is crazy about this? FoxNews.com, Massachusetts officials have removed language from foster care licensing rules requiring parents to support and affirm the alphabet soup identity of children in their cases. After the requirement drew a warning from the Trump administration and a separate religious liberty lawsuit. There's Massachusetts, and there's other states like this, guys, that are trying to do this stuff. They're just going to push that envelope, and push that envelope. Crazy, crazy, crazy story. Crazy, crazy. Let me get this in here. Let's see. COVID shots were designed to cause injury and reduce fertility. Dr. Michael Yunin explains how the COVID injections lipid nanoparticles targeted ovaries and how to top down protocols such as opiates, ventilators, and remdesivir. I don't know what that is. Murder patients. Is this not crazy? I'm going to put this in the. We are looking at. Breaking Christian news. And I will put this in there because it has a whole bunch of articles in here, guys. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So this allegation is insane. And I had been hearing more talk about this, showing that this was to cause women to not be able to have children. It's insane. And again, all these other states are suing Trump because they want to mutilate your children. They want to. And we need to pray that it passes the Senate. It is unbelievable. It is just crazy. I mean, they're going to reverse Biden's era policies on so-called gender-affirming care. We're affirming their care. We're going to make it all better. It's going to be all better. It's just insane. And look at this. They've betrayed the estimated 300,000 American youths conditioned to believe that their sex can be changed. So-called gender-affirming care has inflicted lasting physical and psychological damage on vulnerable young people. This is not medicine. It is, what do you think it is, people? It is malpractice. We're done with junk science driven by ideology, pursuits, not the well-being of children. For Pete's sake. It's like the days of Noah. What do y'all think about Trump suspends green card lottery after program let Brown University MIT shooter suspect entered the country? Yeah. And then you have on they were doing committees and they were drilling Rubio, and he's like, yeah, we got to right do anything else, whatever. You want to change the laws, have Congress change the laws, because there were some senators over there going, you can't do this. You can't suspend. It's not in the Constitution. They have rights. They have rights to be in this country. Rubio's like, no, nobody has a right to have a card. It's insane. It's just... It's retarded these people are even elected in the Senate that can sit there and go, well, I don't know what a woman is. And yeah, children should be able to get their bodies mutilated before they even go through puberty. Oh yeah, we should just let anybody in the country that wants to be in the country, just leave the door, get the door open and let them come in. Let them come in. One of my favorite stories, and it's not crazy, is Trump administration pauses all offshore wind project constructions due to national security, and they're suing him for that. They're suing him every time. I'll tell you what, it's probably a waste of taxpayers' money, and we need to do something about it. I don't know. I don't have a genius mind, but we've got to stop this stupid suing of Trump every time he does something. Or we're going to get illegals out of the country. Nope, we're suing you for that. We're suing you because you won't let us destroy the children. We're suing you because we can't. You put a stop to green cards. No, you can't do that. It's retarded. It's all retarded. Just imagine you're traveling for the holidays. You're traveling and you're flying and you're waiting to get your luggage. And then you walk up to get your luggage and you witness this. It's a PvP. Apparently this was at a Sprint airline, but that just turned into a PvP server. It's free for all. It's open world. You had other people jumping in. Could you imagine? It's like, what the hell? Good God. More crazy. Look what Mendumi Commie McDummy. Actually, he's a professed socialist, but who cares? Same thing, right? Same thing. Same thing. Yeah, he's a Muslim. I said it. Islam is the problem. But look who he hires to be his firefighter guy, gal, chief firefighter. Never been a firefighter, but seems to know.
Lillian Bonsignor is a career first responder. In just 9 days, she'll be running the world's busiest fire department, one of the most important appointments of the incoming administration.
And they deserve a leader who cares about their work because she did it herself, who understands every detail, and who will fight tirelessly to empower FDNY and make it the best firefighting force in the world.
Lillian Bonsignor began her career as an EMT in 1991 and was ultimately promoted to chief of the city's EMS division, where she served for 3 years before retiring in 2022. Although she never served as a firefighter, she's confident that won't matter.
I know the job. I know what the firefighters need, and I can translate that to this administration who's willing to listen.
I don't know shit about it, but I have some good ideas. Oh my God. I've never been a firefighter, but I have an idea of what they need. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up, people. You cannot make this stuff up.
I know what EMS needs. I have been EMS for 30 plus years.
Bonsignor is a trailblazer for the LGBTQ community, who will serve as the FDNY's first openly gay commissioner.
Yeah, we're going to see what else is going to be blazing with her in charge. And that was no pun intended.
She's a highly respected, detail-oriented manager whose style has been compared to NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch, who will remain in her post in the new administration.
Of course. Of course. Of
Lillian
course. Of course. New York is screwed. I'm just going to say it. They're screwed. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This woman... her math ain't matching up. She claims she doesn't have to pay sales tax because it's Christmas. You can't make this stuff up. And she's with her kid. She's with her kid. What is he to do? She is his role model.
I'm a single mother.
So it'll be 209.
Why is it 209? These are 100 and these are
95.
Okay.
Plus tax.
Why I gotta pay taxes?
Everybody got to pay taxes.
But it's Christmas.
That don't make a difference. Don't make a difference.
I didn't plan on spending the extra $14 just the holidays, and I got my son, like, we're just trying to Christmas shop.
Now, wait a minute. She's already going to fork out $200 for shoes for that little boy. Which, number one, guys, I'm sorry, but no. That boy's still growing. You buy him no shoes, I mean, in like 2 months, his foot could grow, you know, boom, he's out of those shoes you just spent $100 on. Nope, that's not happening. That is not happening. I don't know. Let me know what you think, parents. I mean, I know some parents are buying their kids these expensive ass shoes. I think it's retarded. I said it. It is just dumb. Not as fast as they grow. I don't have that kind of money. Now, my kid's 15, and he wears a size, what is he wearing? He's wearing a 12. He went and bought his own shoes. He had money that he worked. He did some work and stuff like that, and he bought him a really nice pair of basketball shoes that I was like, I'm not spending $100, $200 on a pair of shoes. But, you know, I could pitch in and help, but no, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. But I'm having fun doing this, and hopefully like and subscribe, for Pete's sake. It's Crazy Friday. Crazier things could happen other than you liking and subscribing. That's all I'm saying.
We open on the holidays for y'all.
But that's crazy though. If he was here, I would have to pay the $14.
T ain't here.
Who are you new?
No.
I've never had to pay taxes before.
You don't pay taxes in general anywhere
Well,
you go?
I mean, yeah, but like it's Christmas. Like he would not have done this to me on Christmas. I didn't even like $14 for real and like you charging more than 7%.
No, that's 7%.
He's charging the extra $14 for my shoes.
Actually, he's not. The cash register technically is that it's programmed to add the tax in. Again, she's fixing to spend over $200 on shoes, and she's worried about $14. That's what she's worried about.
It's what?
7% of tax on shoes.
I'm a single mother. I did not plan on spending no extra $14.
Hick.
Why you look up at you like that? Like a single mother.
Are you security? Start securing. You're not securing. I'm not
Man,
a satisfied customer.
all right.
I'm not
Come
a
on.
satisfied customer.
All right.
I'm fancy now.
You gonna follow your mom? Huh? You wanna get the shoes? You gonna pay for them?
Wow.
I'm a single mother.
Wow. Again, you're already forking over $200. What's $14 more for some shoes? And it looked like she had 2 boxes of shoes. It was 2 shoes, 2 pairs of shoes. She could have just said, well, honey, just pick the one you want. I mean, if the $14 went over the budget of the money she had in her pocket, let's say that's hypothetical, okay? Maybe she only has $200. She didn't add the tax in, but she could have said, okay, which pair of shoes do you want? Because I don't have an extra $14 for the tax. I didn't bring extra money with me. She could have done that. But nope, the math's not adding up. I don't have to pay taxes because it's Christmas. Now, here in Tennessee, and I think in Georgia, every year before school starts, they have I don't know if it's a week or a weekend, whatever, where you don't have to pay taxes on your school supplies, which is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. What is Crazy Friday without urination? In South Sudan, it's common practice to bathe in cow urine and use it to dye the hair. What is happening?
In South Sudan, nothing from the cow goes to waste. The urine is used as a natural antiseptic and insect repellent. I didn't catch malaria, so it does seem to work.
Oh!
The ammonia
No!
is what colors
No!
the hair into this orange shade
No!
that we see here. Would you do it?
No!
In South Sudan, nothing from the cow.
No.
Malaria, so it does seem to work.
No! 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 Oh, hell to the no. Number one, I'm not ever going to Sudan. Well, let's just say hypothetically I was. I certainly wasn't going to use it for mosquito repellent. She said I didn't get malaria. So, I would be bringing like a pallet of DEET, the off spray. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
The
Oh.
ammonia is what colors the hair into this orange shade that
Oh,
we
God.
see here. Would you do it?
Oh, God.
In South
That is most disgusting. Now, apparently, Mohammed. Now, I learned this about 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week. Watching AP, David Wood, and they were talking about that they thought they would drink. There was a story about Muhammad, and I'm not remembering the full story, but some people got sick or whatever, or to keep them from getting sick was to drink camel urine. Yeah, I'm not making this up. Go Google it. Go research it. Drinking camel urine. Muhammad, their glorious pedo prophet, is telling people to drink camel urine to keep them from getting sick. Now here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing I was telling you about. Listen to this. Listen to this dimwit. That's what we should always call them, dimwits.
Where in the Constitution does it say that the Secretary of State can override the First Amendment protections of free speech? Is there a footnote that I missed
There's
somewhere?
no constitutional right to a student visa.
So, but is there
Student visa is
a
privilege.
constitutional right? Does it say somewhere that Marco Rubio gets to determine which speech is appropriate and revoke student visas based on what you think constitutes free speech?
There's a statute that says the Secretary of State gets to determine whether someone is a threat. We deny visas
Do
every
you
day
think
all
that
over
the
the world. and we'll
INA? Do you think that the Immigration and Nationality?
I think they're pure evil geniuses because they know, she knows this. She has to know this, or am I being naive? That she would have to know this is not the Constitution. You don't have a right for a visa. I'm just saying, this is crazy. But yet, they manipulate and dance and drag this stuff out to prolong everything. This is what's happening to him. Every time Trump turns around, they're taking him to court. No, you can't put the troops. You can't. So, SCOTUS said Trump couldn't send the National Guard to Chicago or something to that effect, right? But see, now, you know what he could do? He can enact the Insurrection Act, and I think he should, and I don't know why he hasn't. He's been playing nice this whole time. Johnson and Fritzer, California, Newsom. Why is he letting them impede his right of Article 2, what the powers that the president has, and they're impeding him to do his job for the country. And this is what we elected him for. So guess what he can do now? He can either do the Insurrection Act, which I think he should, and they should be arrested. Boy, would I love, Lord, I would love to see that. I would love it. I would love it. Or two, apparently, in the statement of the SCOTUS, where he has to send something else other than another force. So what? He basically, I'm just paraphrasing, by the way, because I'm not a genius, but apparently, for my little brain full of mush, he could send in the military. You know what? They pushed and pushed and pushed. You know, you could have just had the National Guard, and they're like, nope, you can't have the National Guard in there. But now he could send in the military. Full-fledged military. Another force. If another force can't do it, why would you send in, which is retarded anyway, because if he sent in the military, they would get it done. But now if the military can't get it done, then you could send in the militia, which is retarded to me. It doesn't make any sense.
Act trumps the Constitution of the United States, Mr. Secretary?
Well, Congress can always change the law if you want, but I'm
Hello?
telling you,
Mr.
in the meanwhile, I
Secretary,
have the
let me
authority. I
be
will
clear.
continue to revoke the visas of these people that come here to
You
tear this
said that,
country
Mr.
apart
Secretary.
because
Let
they're
me
on
reclaim
student
my
visas. They're
time
guests.
because you are talking about revoking student visas based on what somebody says, and that means that you are trumping the legal Supreme Court, the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution of the United States.
No one has a right to a student visa.
Mr. Rubio, why did
Privilege.
the administration need to use
Again, nobody has the right, but she just keeps talking over him like, oh, crap, he got me. Nope.
masked, armed, unidentified agents to whisk somebody off the street and deny her counsel for almost 24 hours after her
Well, you'll
arrest?
have to ask the agencies that did that work.
Well,
I'm
you
not
have-
responsible for that. I'm responsible for
but-
revoking the visas of these people that come
Secretary
to tear this country
Rubio,
apart.
I'm talking about this
Uh-huh.
particular case where you revoked the student visa of a Turkish citizen who was a graduate student who wrote an op-ed that you didn't like. And suddenly you allowed for masked men to whisk her off the street. And you have multiple jobs, apparently.
Like Rubio's that petty. Oh, we didn't like her op-ed. Most of them are third world, low IQ Muslims. That's who we've been letting in. What? Let's be real. I'm not sugarcoating anything here. What have we seen the Somalians doing? They all practice Islam. Look at Dearborn. They're all damn Muslims. Look at these protests across the college campuses shouting Intifada. They don't even know what the hell it means. They don't know it means go kill Jews. Retarded. Oh yeah, this goes on for another 2 minutes, y'all, of her idiocracy. It's just retarded. You know, I couldn't figure out if this is for real. Math is now racist because 4 might identify as 5. It's completely stupid.
Quickly, so I misunderstand. Are we saying that 2 plus 2, if you say it's 4, that's racist? I mean, that sounds like we may be mischaracterizing it. What, if you can quickly sum it up?
No, that's not mischaracterizing it at all. Math is basically racist under this ideology because it says there is no such thing as an objective reality. So 4 might not be the right number. 2 plus 2 might actually equal 5.
Wait a minute. There's no such thing as an objective reality. Well, what about the objective reality that you would say that a man could be a woman and a woman could be a man? No, but that's real. That's not objective. Good Lord. Crazy. It's just to keep causing havoc and discord. Hopefully they're not teaching. Is she a teacher? For God's sake, she probably is, people. Remember how we always talk about the low IQ? And I'm not making this up. The whole continent of Africa is considered retarded. I'm not making this up, and I'm not just saying it to be funny. I mean, it's for real, and it's sad, because they keep marrying their cousins, because they practice Islam. Because Muhammad married his cousin. Yeah, I said it. And here we have Palestinian pilots in training. What is happening? It's all part of the low IQ. One more time. I would have loved to have seen what? Did he break his leg? What happened here? For Pete's sake, it's Crazy Friday. Crazy Friday. What was this guy thinking? And look, he's got sandals on too. He didn't even have the right hiking boots on. This is getting back to it's a little serious mixed with the crazy, but this is crazy too. This is crazy too, and I think people should never forget. Never forget. Does anyone remember that time 2 undercover journalists exposed that Planned Parenthood was selling aborted baby parts? And the California Attorney General prosecuted the journalists while protecting Planned Parenthood. And guess who that Attorney General was? It was Kamala Harris. It was Kamala Harris. Never forget the evil that we dodged a nuclear bomb. How would you describe this image here? The insanity just doesn't seem to stop every time we turn around.
So how far do these massive fragrance reach out of my face? So I think they reach out even for my nose. But let's head out. Thank you for hammer go, Jesse. So, you see them. Do you think they're big enough, or should I go even bigger? I think I know your answer, but write it down in the comments. So how far do these massive...
Oh my God. I almost want to throw up. This is as bad as the urine. This is as bad as the urine. This is demonic. Why would make you want to do this to your face? Damn. I guess if she had my lips, yeah, she don't really... I mean, because look, I don't even have lips. But they're my lips. And they're just fine. I don't care. But good Lord. This is Crazy Friday. This is one of my favorite stories that has happened. This is from Donald Trump. Tonight, at my direction as Commander-in-Chief of the United States launched a powerful and deadly strike against ISIS terrorist scum in northwest Nigeria, who had been targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians at levels not seen for many years and even centuries. I have previously warned these terrorists that if they did not stop the slaughtering of Christians, there would be hell to pay, and tonight there was. The Department of War executed numerous perfect strikes as only the United States is capable of doing. Under my leadership, our country would not allow radical Islamic terrorism to prosper. May God bless our military and Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists, of which there will be many more if their slaughter of Christians continues. I love it. I love it. He posted this. He said it to the terrorists. It's epic. Now, we had our little Christmas get together Tuesday night. I did a Christmas video the other night explaining this, but nobody's watching it. So I'm going to tell you what. So we went and had our Chinese Christmas. Right? We had our Chinese Christmas. And so it was a buffet. And I had a question asked to me by my boy. He says, well, why don't we, when we go get the food, why can't we just fill our plates and ask for a to-go plate? I said, now he asked me this a couple of weeks ago. I said, no, you can't do that. He's like, well, why? I said, for one, they wouldn't make any money. You would just go fill up your plate, even though you were full, just so you could take it home. I was like, no, you can't do that. If you want to take food home, you ask for a to-go box, and then they charge you by the weight, right? You pay for whatever it is that way. And I was like, it makes perfect sense to me because, good Lord. I mean, everybody would be doing that. You could put a mountain of food on your plate. You need 2 to-go boxes. No, you can't do that. It's just common sense. A woman went to a buffet in Chicago. Can you believe it? It was in Chicago? I can't believe it. It's outrage that the buffet won't give her a to-go container without paying for it. Who would have thought it? She's so upset, she's making this video naming the restaurant with their address and telling people not to go because of this. Well, it wouldn't affect me. I mean, duh. Everybody knows that you can't do that.
Okay, y'all, so tell me if I'm tripping. So I'm at this place. It's called Asian Seafood Buffet. It's on 80th and Cicero in Chicago.
Asian Seafood Buffet, that sounds good.
So I came here. So we got our little food or whatever. Y'all see the place.
Came here.
So I didn't finish my food, so I'm asking the lady, like, can I get a to-go container? So she like, you got to pay for a to-go container, and the food that you got left, they going to put it in a container, and they going to weigh it, and then you got to pay another extra. And she said $30. So I paid $30 to sit here and eat in. Then I got to pay another $30 for a to-go container to take the food that I didn't finish with me. Like, is that a thing? Or
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
if
a
I
thing.
paid for my food and I didn't eat it, I should be able to take it with me, not have to pay
It's a
2
buffet.
times. Like, don't come in here and eat, y'all.
It's a
Okay,
buffet.
y'all, so
if she paid $30, that's expensive. It was less for that for us. Even if we went to the lunch, so lunch, excuse me, lunch buffets are cheaper than the dinner, right? Because the dinner, they bring out like more probably seafood stuff, and if I can remember, there's a few more different items you can choose from on dinner menus, and it costs a little more. But this is a seafood Chinese buffet, or seafood buffet. I don't know if it's Chinese, but whatever. I just got Chinese on the brain. So it's $30. So yeah, there's no way you could go and just, like I said a moment ago, pile your plate up with seafood. That's expensive. And now, oh, I didn't finish my food. There's a mountain of food on her plate. No, she goes, I already paid for my food. You know she done filled her stuff up. She is totally full. She got her $30 worth, and now she wants to do that. crazy, crazy Friday. That's what this is. This woman's cray-cray. Yeah, she'd be tripping. Well. My God. What? What do you even say to this? I was just talking to my boy. We were talking about tattoos and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, they've been doing the ear thing, spreading. I said, I hadn't seen anybody doing the lip thing until now. But I don't think it's taken off yet. It's not taken off like you see more and more young people stretching their ears, which I think is completely retarded, by the way. I mean, look at this guy. His whole body's probably covered. I don't know if he's having any space left. And then he's got, like, knots in his head. Somebody should have conked him on the head. Literally. And look at that giant-ass thing in his nose. Good Lord.
Good morning. As you can see, I've got the horn milliliter plug in. Freaking is a lot more difficult. The weight is awesome. It hangs super. So we'll go from here. Good morning.
So he said the weight was awesome, and if you look at the side of his face, I think there are two holes. Maybe he can stick the stick through his face. Oh yeah, that just enhances the whole ensemble there. It's just you need the stick through your. Good God. So he sounds British. But I have noticed over the past several decades, more and more tattoos have become just commonplace. Oh, yeah, I got to make a statement. It has meaning. This one has meaning. It means something to me. But I want you to see it. I want to bring attention to myself with some dumbass tattoo. Yeah, I said it. All right. Libs on TikTok is on X. I keep wanting to say Twitter. We shouldn't have mentally ill men who think they can become women in charge of passing laws in our country. Hey, man, brother, I think so too. Because this is ridiculous. This is completely retarded.
Hi, I'm Aaron Baker. I'm an openly trans Democratic Socialist running for Georgia State House in Sandy Springs and Roswell. And I'd love to see you here at Pontoon Brewing for my launch party on December 7th at 5 o'clock. Please join us in this fight. Together, a better Georgia is possible. One where working families can afford to live and the needs of everyday Georgians are upheld over corporate interests. Hi, I'm Aaron Baker.
Well, guess what? Trump has been vindicated. Yes, he has. Where they indicted him and him and a bunch of other people because they were contesting the results in Georgia over the 2020 elections. And everybody thought, oh, Trump needs to just stop talking about it and get over it because Biden won. Well, apparently there was some serious cheating going on. I mean, serious cheating. While everyone else was posting Santa pics, Trump dropped a grenade military ballots that were all for Biden and only Biden. Witnesses say they watched ballot after ballot with 0 votes for Trump. No other. Or other races filled out, just Biden's name. The kicker? These were supposedly from military members, one of Trump's strongest bases. She didn't hold back, calling them a pattern really strange and flat out saying any sensible person can see the fraud. And that's just one story. They've already had testimony of people who were saying Belgrade, I think it's in Belgrade, maybe. That I guess they had hacked the servers that that they were using for the voting machines in Georgia and in Minnesota, and there was another state. There was a whole bunch of these guys going on. So Trump has been completely vindicated over this. That there was some serious. Trump won Georgia, and he probably won the presidency. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it, and it's all coming out. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I got my guy, Andrew Wilsons. My guy. My guy. And here he is. Even on Christmas Eve, the bangers have to complain. Let's see what he says. What are they going to complain about?
Even on Christmas, niggas are finding something to complain about.
I got a bone to pick this year because I done went to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Walmart today, and I have not seen one black Santa. Now, I don't know what's going on with all this DEI business, but Black Santa is missing. I better see a black Santa somewhere.
Well, maybe, bitch, you should go looking for him. And while you're looking for him, maybe you can find your father. We can't even enjoy Christmas without niggas complaining. These niggas complaining that Black Santa ain't the mall. Well, maybe if you niggas didn't shoot and rob and steal from the fucking mall, there would be a Black Santa. Last night, I prayed that I wouldn't see some nigga shit for Christmas. It seems my prayers have not been answered. Hopefully these nigga bitches and niggas in general get a brain for Christmas so that we don't constantly have to hear retarded shit. This has truly been the year of black fatigue. Merry Christmas, niggas. Even on Christmas, niggas are finding something to complain about.
All right, we're going to do one more. One more.
Niggas are angry that white people aren't afraid to be white anymore.
JD Vance punk ass sitting up there talking about you don't have to apologize for being white anymore. Bitch, when the fuck did that ever happen? If the way that y'all done showed y'all ass for the past 400 years, hell, even centuries beyond that, is your idea of apologizing for being white, then I'd hate to see what the fuck not apologizing looks like.
Be careful, nigga bitch, with your disgusting fucking hair hat on. White people might show you what that looks like. Keep pushing them to the point, and guess what? It won't be nice for black people. For the last 40 plus years, white people in America have been told that they are no longer allowed to have any pride in who they are and where they come from. Politician after politician, celebrity after celebrity has been talking about how white people becoming a minority is a good thing, demonizing anyone who has any pride in being white. Meanwhile, niggas have all the pride in the world to be niggas. The music glorifies being a nigga. The movies glorify being a nigga. Shit, every fucking day you can be proud to be a nigga and no one says a thing. But dare you say that you're proud to be white and you're an evil fucking Nazi. White people are tired of living that, and if black people think they're as smart as they think they are, we get with them or get the fuck out the way. I want to live in America where black and white people have pride in who they are and we work together. Merry Christmas, niggas. Niggas are angry that white people aren't afraid to be white.
Oh man, that was great. Okay, I know I said one more, but the kicker is at the end. And yes, this is serious, but the kicker, just wait for it. Just wait for it.
This is the life cycle of a black woman. Born into a household, angry mama, no daddy. Mommy smokes Black & Milds and drinks Hennessy all day. Random men come in and out of her and the house daily. The older the mother and daughter gets, the more jealous the black mother becomes of her daughter. By the daughter's teens, mother and daughter don't get along. Daughter grows up with low self-esteem and angry, constantly on the defensive, attacking everyone she sees. The daughter either gets pregnant in her mid to late teens or becomes a whore in her 20s like her mother. If she has a kid, she follows the same cycle that she came from, just like her mother. If she has no children in her 20s, she continues to be a whore in her 30s, and her eggs start to spoil. As she realizes that Maytag doesn't do repairs on her dying refrigerator, she grows into a miserable and insufferable whore into her 40s, as we all know today as Jasmine Crockett. This is...
Oh my gosh. And that's what's made it funny. He said it's like Jasmine Crockett. Oh my God. This is insane. This is crazy. Now remember, the government is keeping track. It might be just not what's going up the derriere, but it's probably anybody coming in if they've got something weird on them or whatever. The CDC, all of that, they have to keep track of this stuff. I'm just going out on a limb here. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up. And this was Crazy Friday. We kind of jumped around because it was crazy. There's all kinds of stuff to go over. And I just thought this was hilarious. I mean, keep in mind, guys, all the goofy stuff that was found in people's derrieres is pretty insane. It's pretty insane, right? Look at this. A doorknob? My God. It's a dog chew toy? Anyway, everybody have a wonderful weekend and enjoy. If you got leftover foods, I've got to go cook. It's almost 4 o'clock here. I'm going to get this posted. So whenever anybody sees this, whatever, make sure you like and subscribe. Make it happen because crazier things are happening than you liking and subscribing. So go on a limb. Give it a shot. Give it a try. See what you think. And there you have it. Crazy Friday. Some of it was funny. Most of it was crazy. We haven't had a funny Friday, but we have a crazy Friday. So we're going to jump around. If I find a whole bunch of funny stuff, it'll be a funny Friday. But there's been more serious stuff, but there's been a lot of crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And this is why it's Crazy Friday.